Merry Christmas, punks! And welcome to the Leftover Culture Review, and welcome to a very special Christmas episode, because this isn't actually going to be a review. I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I wanted to bust out some software I got for Christmas last year, Alive. So I've actually got a review of this game on the way, but I thought that shouldn't stop us from enjoying the game right now to do something a little bit cool, a little bit different. Because Christmas, even though it is stinking hot in Queensland, it's my favourite time of the year. And I thought, what better time to come down to Leftover Culture Review HQ, which is literally in a garage, bake myself in this extreme heat, and come up with some cool Christmas card ideas. So that's what we're going to do today on the Leftover Culture Review. We're making Christmas cards! So for those of you who haven't guessed already, Art Alive is an art application. Essentially, you can draw pictures right here on your Sega Mega Drive. So, if you couldn't afford a pen and paper, then this was a great alternative for you. What I like doing when I'm starting my Christmas cards is coming up with a base color. So because it's Christmas, I'm going to go green. In Art Alive, you can also change your palette. So I might have a quick look to see what other palette options we have. Oopsie. God, I'm out of practice. So, alright, this has got 3 different greens and 2 types of red. Strong contender. 1 red, 2 different greens. I like this. I like the pastels. Yeah, I think we'll go pastel-y colours. And we might go for a red background for our Christmas card, just because when I think of Christmas, I think of bloodshed. Alright, so we're going to start painting. Actually, that looks really pink now that I'm looking at it, but that's okay. I think pink's a really good base colour as well, and it's very close to red. Alright, so we've put down a pink. I kind of was working on this idea of like this general Merry Christmas Santa. If anyone has watched Santa with Muscles starring Hollywood Hulk Hogan, I'm a big fan, and I think it'd be cool to have like a Merry Christmas Santa kind of card.
Merry Christmas, Santa!
So the one tool that I do really like using in this application is it's like an arrow tool. So I want to pick the arrow tool. I'm going to go with a white color, and I'm going to crank it up to like the midline width. We'll make it big, we'll make it bold. So let's start off with a Christmas, one of those little Christmas cakes, like a fruit cake, right? Or do we start off with the nose and the face? So I've got this idea of like this guy's face, and he's got like this big nose, and like when I do a lot of my doodling, I usually start with like faces and noses, and I work on from there. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to have this like nose with like a candle stuck up it with like this Merry Christmas Santa. Though I might actually, to make this Christmas card, I was going to do the picture here in Art Alive and upload this to the website so that you guys can have this card as well. But I might do the text like in Photoshop or something else. So let's crack on. I'm going to start off with a nose. So you hold down A to move the line, and then B to move the arrow without drawing. This is such a difficult, not very natural way to draw, but I kind of wanted to get a little bit better at like especially using this program. We'll make some nice big nostrils there so that we can fit like a candle up them. I might also go for a bigger line width. I'm feeling like that's a bit... So now once I like finish doing this picture, I'm going to have to... there's no way to get it off the Sega except like take a photo of it, I guess. I think it's like that's easily one of the biggest issues with an art application like this, is that it's temporary, and like when you're designing things and doing things, you kind of need a way to save them. Cool. So there's some eyebrows there, and I'll put another eyebrow over here. I'm going to try and follow the same shape to make it look a little bit pained. Yeah. Because we want this like Christmas card to have a guy wincing on it. There's not that many Christmas cards that you can buy that have just like really pained looking faces wincing at you. So we've got like the top of the eyelid there, and then we'll do the bottom one there. So I don't really use many other tools in this application, but this might be the perfect time to use the circle tool. Okay, I take it back. I don't really know how to use the circle tool. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe we need to like fill it in now that we've got a circle. Art Alive, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute stunning game. There is an undo button, at least, which is my saving grace for now. Alright, let's just draw the eyes in, because I don't want to risk trying to draw too many circles with a tool I'm not familiar with. And now we can fill it in using the paint bucket. Yeah. That's fun. So the problem with Art Alive is that you really need to like have the time to sit down and the patience to do these like really fine movements to get what you want. And the problem with Queensland in summertime is that it's stinking hot, and I'm hot and agitated, but I've come this far and I'm not willing to give up just yet. They do say that an artist needs to suffer for their art. And I'm particularly making it hard for myself by using a game like Art Alive. So I'm just going to use the same colour that I used for the background to draw in a pupil here. Nice one. Yes, that. There. Woo! And I might do the same for the other side as well. But I'll make it even smaller. Like that. And then we'll go back to white. And we need some eyebrows as well. Oh, actually. So what you guys can't see now is that I've got a bigger screen up here that shows me what my second camera is looking at, which is probably easier to look at than looking over my shoulder all the time. So I'm just going to use that. Because when you're like recording your screen, you also have to like, I've made it darker so that I don't lose, yeah, so that I can balance the light and the contrasts a bit better. I also need to apologise for the flickering. I'm still getting used to how to record screens and things. Okay, we've finished the eyebrows. Now we're moving on to, ooh, do we do the candle? or the rest of the face. Let's go with the candles. That's like the highlight of this picture will be the candle. And the birds are so noisy during the day. I never really record during the day. I usually wait till night time because it's so much more quiet. I reckon a candle for each nostril. It's a really big candle. And then maybe it's Christmas, like candy cane. That could be kind of fun. That's the thing with amazing works of art, is that you need to be really flexible. So sometimes you just get these incredible ideas. That's the thing with these incredible works of art, is that sometimes you just need to be really flexible and go with the flow. So when you get like these incredible ideas, sometimes you just need to like roll with them. We just need like some lines to create a sense of, like, to make it feel more intense, like the feelings are real. We want to make people believe that these candy canes are really far lodged up this guy's nose. Alright, this is feeling pretty Christmassy already. We can even go for like a more intense red and start filling in some of the candy cane stripes. Voila, voila. And then we'll go back to white to finish drawing the candy canes. Or maybe we'll go with the guy's face first, just to give us like an idea of like the space that we have, that we're working within. We really need to have the hooks for the candy canes. I was kind of like trying to get away with having like a flat bottom because it would be easier, but I reckon we really need, if we put the hooks in, I feel like the face will fall into place. Damn you, art alive! There's no easy way to like really make a line, a curved line. It's not such a bad hook. So I don't know if like any of you guys know this about me, but I actually do like a lot of drawing outside of what you'll see. I do a lot of art and illustration outside of what you will see right here on Art Alive. Like, I'm very passionate about being able to make art, I guess. This isn't really doing it much justice, but I think it's kind of like a fun way to work on some pictures and ideas. So there's the hook there, and then I'll add another hook on this side. I'll probably have it facing the same way to create a sense of, that's still the maximum line width. I'm going to have it going the same way to create like a sense of symmetry. Actually, I don't know if that is creating a sense of symmetry. Maybe it's kind of like breaking it, because you kind of expect... I don't know. I kind of like them going the same way. It also kind of hints to the fact that it's planned. Like, if he just shoved them in randomly, they'd probably be facing different angles, but the fact that they're both facing the same way kind of tells you that this guy wanted to stick candy canes up his nose. It's deliberate, it's an action that he decided to take. Yeah. Alright, now we can go back to the paint bucket, fill in our candy canes. Do you guys remember like the yellow and blue candy canes? They were always my least favourite to get. I never thought they tasted very good. I feel like his skin colour will need something as well, but before I get like too carried away, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of his face. Sorry, TV's just glitching out. Sometimes it does that. The AV port on the back is like really loose, so I've kind of like balanced the cable for the Sega like in the AV port. Alright, we gotta fix this. Okay, let's get on with the show. Alright, we've got 2 candy canes. We're going to finish off the rest of his face, and then we can start like filling in the rest. Cool. Give him like, you'd want to give him like big, thicker, sort of fat cheeks, because that gives the illusion that, not that he is fat, but that he's like stuffing something inside his face. Cool, yes. And then we'd have his, like, lips there. Just going to try and make these candy canes a little bit fatter. I might give him like an open mouth to like really sell the fact that he's uncomfortable. And big old puckered lips. Maybe just the top lip. So I think the bottom lip's going to get too busy in the space that we've like left ourselves there. And then we'll give him like some hair. Not sure I'm loving that yet. You know what, I'm going to go undo. We'll start with the ears and the hair. Oh my god, what happened there? It just took away like everything. I'm actually working on a painting at the moment of a family member, and I'm using Adobe Fresco on the iPad to do my drawing illustration. It's a little bit like I'm using all the painting tools and trying to get more familiar with those as well. And it, like if you just like shut your iPad, open it up, keep drawing, shut your iPad, it hasn't been saving it to the cloud. So today when the app decided to crash, and I've got like a paid version of this app, but it decided to crash today, and I lost about 3 days worth of work on this painting. So that was like a really shitty undo. I was not impressed. But maybe we've got a chance here to like create like a more intense curve. Maybe? Yeah? I don't know. We'll put in his mouth. I'll work on his neck maybe a bit later. I'll see what the when we start colouring, how things look then. If it looks too phallic, I'll fix it later. And then I wanted to put in the top lip. Alright, ear time. Let's get back to it. So I wanted that one to be moony, like, like a crescent, I guess, like really sort of like clean and just sitting there. And then I'll make this one a little bit more pronounced and winged. It just creates like, it's not like an even face. And when we think of attractive people, we think of like even faces usually. Like the more even your face is, the more balanced it is, the better looking you are. So especially like when I'm doing my drawings, I like distorting the features, I guess. It just, to me, that feels much more like fun and 90s, and it's not looking like anyone that I know. So makes it a bit safer. I'm going to add some just lines for emphasis. They don't really do anything. Like, for me, it gives me a sense of movement, but also like anxiety, nervousness, twitchiness when I see like loose lines that don't really connect to anything on the page. And I like that feeling when it comes to some of these more cartoony pieces, because it helps give them like an energy. So I'm going to go ahead and just like add some twitchy lines. There. Alright. Oopsie. Oh, I don't want to use undo again. I'll try the eraser tool this time. Oh, snap. Alright, what I need to do is use square. Oh my god. This isn't very good. I'll use the pencil tool. Wow, there's got to be one tool that works for me. Alright, now that I've done that, I should be able to whip out the paint bucket. There. Alright. Yeah! Now we're back to where we were before we messed that bit up. I kind of also want to go back to these ears over here and give it like a bit of space. And then we'll go back to using the white tool. Holy cow, what the hell happened? What? What the hell is this? Stop. This game is a roller coaster. You never know what to expect. Alright, that wasn't fun. I think that was the animation mode that I just went into there. So you can actually animate characters. You can create your own animations with this game. And you've also got like a whole bunch of walk cycles from other Sega characters and other characters that you can use or edit. So I'm not actually, again, I'm not reviewing this game today. I'm working on the review now, so I'm still learning about some of the features. Alright, we were going to do the hair, weren't we? Let's go ahead with that. What I might do is just give him like a really long forehead. And then with the long forehead in place, we can like work some hair into it. So we're working on the very edge of the screen here. Alright, so I kind of want to give him some pretty simple hair, but trying to do like triangle shapes in this application is just so much. And again, I've turned the speed down. Like, I know I've done that, and I've done it so I've got more control while I'm drawing the lines, but it's a pain while you're waiting for your cursor to move. So this tree, this hair is a little bit Christmas tree-ish, which I think works really well with the context of this picture. I might even give him green hair. I think that's a good idea. And then another little spark. And then bring it back. Woo! Alright, so I reckon we go dark green for the hair. Bit there. Bit over there. Alright, so we've got green hair and we've got the candy cane nose. I'm going to go ahead and add white into the candy canes as well. One of the issues that I really have with this application is that if there is anything that you don't like, it's a real pain in the butt to put right again. Like right there, the candy canes in the white bit are touching. So, because I'm not brave enough to use undo, I'm going to go ahead and just paint a pink line between the candy canes to create that point of difference. Like right there. Cool, cool, cool. Where's my arrow? It's at the top. Okay. So I'm going to go back to white now, and I just want to finish off the face. Because I want to know exactly what sort of dimensions we're playing with. Not that, I like the size of the face. So it might even just be, I'll cut through the candy cane and then push it out there. We'll give this guy like some lines across his forehead because he's working pretty hard on those candy canes. What were we thinking about for the face? Like, I was thinking maybe the blue, like a really light blue. There's something really satisfying about watching the paint bucket fill the face in. So as I'm seeing this now, the white blue, the light blue and the white really don't work. So I'm going to go ahead and try my luck with the undo tool. Thank God. It actually might be worth, instead of painting the face, doing the background. And maybe that could be a teal-y sort of colour? Yeah, I'm liking that a bit better. I think it works well with the white and it creates a good sense of contrast. So I'll drop another one over on this side. So yeah, the plan once I finish doing this drawing will be to try and find a way to take a really crisp, clear photo of it, and then using an application like Photoshop, I plan on adding it into like a PDF that you can like repurpose as an e-card and make that available just as like a little way to say thanks for tuning in, thanks for being a part of this channel during the year. And I kind of I really enjoy sitting down and doing this sort of art, and it's fun to have you guys along for the ride as well. So I hope I haven't been like absolutely boring you, but at the same time, thanks for hanging out. Alright, so I want to make the mouth hole black, and the plan is to try and work out a way to stick some teeth in there. And we've got, maybe we'll go purple for the lips. Yeah, I like that. It's so similar to that pink already, but it's not the exact same. Like we could even use a bit of purple up here on the face just to create like a sense of shade. Alright, I might have to repaint in that eye, but I'll do it down here as well. And then on the ear. You know what? I'm gonna go all out and do that much purple, and then I'm going to use the pen tool, and I'm going to continue this purple takeover at the top here. So we're going to go up to this white line and then cut it. I'll just redraw the white line back in. That'll be easier. Very delicate, very touchy. Now if we use a paint bucket, it should be able to see, yeah. So we'll paint this. Oh my god! Ah! Sorry. This is so finicky. If you guys are planning on, oh my god, if you guys are planning on checking this game out, I definitely recommend using an emulator. As much as I love advocating for the original hardware and doing things like this on the screen, it's really difficult with a game like this where it is so finicky and you can't save your pictures, and on a computer at least you can screenshot what you're working on. I kind of wanted to make sure that you guys had the authentic experience of using this application today, but also make sure that when you've got your Christmas cards ready to go over on the Leftover Culture Review website, leftoverculturereview.com, you can say that you've actually watched this piece come together and you know some of the reasons behind the pictures behind, like the reasons why I've made the decisions I have while working on it. I think that's what really makes art come alive for me, is like when you've got a better understanding of the artist and why the picture is the way it is. Alright. I might go ahead and use that dark red and the pen tool to like create just like a little bit more contrast around here. Yeah, I'm liking that. Alright, so we were talking about doing some teeth. So I'm going to go ahead and pick white again and go for like a medium line width. And just see how I do. Like, I'm not super confident that I'll be able to work teeth into this design just because it's already so... such a pain. But let's go ahead. I might just do teeth on the top row. Alright, that's a little bit less than ideal, but there we go. There's a tooth. And a little bit of one. What I could do is go back to the pen tool and use a black to... This game's actually got a lot of really fun sound effects, but I've turned them down so that I could obviously talk to you guys, so that you could also hear all the bird noises and the drilling and the construction that seems to happen around my house on the weekends. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Two teeth. I might go ahead and redraw the white line for the candy cane now. Like that. Cool, 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 cool. I might also go ahead and... I don't know if that'll work. I wanted to like paint bucket the eyebrows to make them the same color as the hair. No, that's too light. We'll undo that. We'll go the darker one. So one thing that I didn't see a whole lot while I was working on this game and working on the review is people's creations with it. Like, there's not a whole lot of people who've taken art alive very seriously and done much with it. At least not from what like I've seen online. So if any of you guys are budding artists and you want to like check this game out, absolutely recommend it, because it's been... Yeah, there's not a whole lot of stuff online already for it. Yeah, I've been keen to check out this game for a while to talk about it as well. Not just this game, but the whole idea of video games as software applications, not just entertainment. I guess in some ways this is nearly educational, especially with the fact that it's got like the animation tools built in and you can actually use it to make some to make animations with. Like, it's not the best tool ever, but it certainly was accessible for kids, easy to use. Like, not the easiest thing to use, but easy enough to use. Oh my god. One thing that I really don't like is the undo feature. Like, if you hit the undo button, instead of being able to see what's been undone, you have to like go back into the drawing to see what you've done. Oh my god! It keeps deleting everything! So, obviously the way the undo feature works, and I'm just kind of getting to grips with it, is that it deletes everything you've done with that tool since you've selected it, which is an absolute pain in the ass. So obviously the black lines add a lot of contrast, but I didn't want to use too many because I wanted the picture to feel light and fun, because that's kind of what it's all about. Though I do think that I'm struggling a little bit with the candy canes. Maybe I just need to go back to the purple. If you guys didn't know this already, I'm also a bit of a perfectionist. Like, maybe my videos don't always reflect that, but the amount of time and effort that I've spent on things in the past, like especially when it comes to like this graphic design stuff, yeah, I'll keep going back over and reworking it. I've actually got a friend who does paper cutting, like as an art form, and she made this really interesting comment about, like, with the physical nature of her work, like she knows very clearly when her work is done because you can't cut anymore, like you've run out of space, and then you decide there, like, if it was worth doing, if it's worth sharing, if that's like, you know, if that's the artwork that you're going to promote. But for me, for doing like the digital art stuff, it's hard to know when to stop. But I think by making these candy canes a bit thinner, they will also feel a bit more like, well, candy canes, I guess. That being the hope. And as you, like, obviously I started the picture with a whole lot of white lines, but then using white as well in the candy canes created this additional problem where you weren't sure if the white was being used for the candy canes or the white lines, which isn't, you know, usually a problem. But when it comes to an application like this, where making these changes is hard, it starts to get really finicky. And now I think maybe the lips would be better with a dark purple. All I really need to do is create enough pixels there to use the paint bucket though. Like that. And like that. Yeah, that's feeling better to me. One thing I kind of still want to do is tidy up the width of this candy cane here. So to do that, I'm going to use the pink of the skin again, just to draw down the side. Which I'm hoping also helps me create that hook like there. Cool, and then I can use the paint bucket again to get rid of this bit. Yeah. One thing I might also want to do is use the black for like the top of the candy cane here. I want people to be able to use the black to clearly get like a quick idea of what the image composition is like. Like you want to see that line of the candy cane really clearly. What I'm liking less now is how I've got this black line over here. No, my boy. There. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to take a high resolution image of this and turn it into a Christmas card for you guys to download on the leftoverculturereview.com. Again, thank you so much for joining me for this kind of like weird, unusual video. I wanted the chance to sit down and like use this application and do something in it that you guys can benefit from as well. Like that's I think that's a great testament to having like this space. Like this whole games room was really set up to invite people into something I'm really passionate about, and being able to create something that you guys can use and download is like the cherry on top. That is my Christmas present to you, and thank you guys so much for tuning in, for the love, for the support during 2021, the comments, the likes, just being there for it. It really does. It means a lot, especially in like years like this, where things are up and down and things feel uncertain. Just knowing that like this still exists and I can still get on camera and talk about things that I'm passionate about and that I love just means so much to me. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Have an absolutely merry, awesome Christmas, and I'll make sure that you'll be able to grab a copy of this using the link down below. And if you do like the stuff I make, the art, maybe go check out the Leftover Culture Review store as well. Obviously, too late to probably get stuff for Christmas, but there's always next Christmas. So again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. So, Merry Christmas.